Alright, so a Rainbow Six operator tier list featuring the Year 8 Season 3 meta. I would definitely put Brava in A tier. He's a really good operator with all of the defense utility that's going up on the side right now. Definitely strong, but not S tier. He has a shotgun, has smokes, Brava drones, normal drones, good gun. But still not S tier. You should not bring Brava every round, that's for sure. Blackbird D tier, never play Blackbird. Nothing else to say there really. I would place Ace in S tier, best hard breach right now in my opinion. It's a bit optional, Thermite is also good, but Ace, range hard breach, good gun. You can counter bandit tricks. Speaking of bandit tricks, bandit goes in C tier in this meta. Both Mute and Kate are a lot better breach now than bandit. You can bandit trick with bandit, but again, Ace counters it. So C tier. So that's a good gun at C4, so good on some sides, but definitely not on a lot of sides. Buck, S tier, flashes, gun 6, shotgun, soft breach, good gun. Nothing else to say really. Capital, plays Capital in B tier. He can be very strong on some attacks, but first of all you need to know how to use him, and second of all you can smoke stuff with other operators and use nades to do area denial instead of Capital, but still decent operator. Castle, C tier, good on some sides, but again, you need to know the game well to play Castle good. You need to know where to place your Castle barricades, but if you know that, he can definitely make a lot of sides a lot stronger. Asami S tier, always bring Asami if it's open. If you learn how to play Asami on every side, you can make the side so much harder to execute on. So yeah, Asami basically strong on every side. Cav, D tier, never play Cav. Clash, C tier, good on some sides, but you need to be a good Clash player. You need to have your team play with you to utilize Clash. Doc is a hard one. Like, he's one of the best ranked defenders in my opinion. I would place Doc in B tier though, because like his utility ain't super good. His guns are good. You basically have to have good aim and good mechanics to play Doc at a high level. Just use your bard, sit on site, use the 1.5. Yeah, Doc could be S tier, and Doc could be super strong. You don't need to draw, and you can just give a call and you have info on all the defenders. Super helpful with rogue clear. Basically a better version of Jackal. Echo, I would place Echo in probably C tier. Kind of the same deal as Clash. Good on some sides, you need to have your team play around the Echo for him to be good. And you need to know how to play Echo. Ella, D tier. Don't play Ella. Finka, with the Finka buff, definitely S tier. Nades, good gun, you can heal. You have, yeah, everything you need as an entry, basically. Very good entry. Flores A tier, kind of the same deal as Bravo. Really great clear utility. But you don't need to clear power positions on every side, so it's a bit situational. Frost, I'll place Frost in A tier. Nah. Actually, yeah, I'll place him in any tier. Frost has a shield, has a secondary shotgun, 1.5 gun. Also Frost mats. The Frost mats ain't super good, but you can always, like, you place the Frost mats on the windows and then you just wait for the sound kill them shooting the Frost mats and you know they're in. Basically, they have to look down at the floor as soon as you jump in, so you can easily win that gunfight. A few C tier, good, decent on some sides, but most of the time he's just not that great to bring. Glass, B tier. You need to have your team play around the glass, but if you play around the glass, like, he can be so strong. Goyo, A tier. His canisters are lasting so freaking long now. Like, just place Goyo traps on the door and you basically don't have to do anything else. Even if you're low rank, that will definitely be a good operator for any rank. Just place Goyo traps on the door. When they try to walk in the door, you shoot them. You deny about 30 seconds of their time. Aruni, I'll place Aruni in B tier. Good gun. Good utility, to be honest, but she just doesn't have enough of it in this meta. So that's why she's B tier. Gridlock is nades, honestly. Gridlock is A tier now. That's actually quite mind-blowing. Just Gridlock, good gun, flank deny, just throw down your utility, use your nades. Actually, really fun operator to play. Dream outplays Dream in A tier as well. Kind of more situational, but hard breach, gadget, secondary shotgun. Yeah, Grim can do it all. Alibi, definitely C tier now. Has a good gun, that's the only thing she got going for her. Rest of her stuff is completely useless. Hibana, honestly, Hibana S tier. Hibana and Ace. If you have an Hibana and an Ace, and then maybe a Buck with hard breach gadgets, you don't need any more hard breach utility like that. You're set to go. Iana S tier with the flashes. Everything an engine needs. Gun 6, flashes, great gun. Can also clone. Definitely S tier. A lot of people would say that the removing the nerves on her was a buff, or was a. A lot of people would say removing the NATO nerve was a nerf, but I'll definitely say it's a buff because I use Spring Finka and as you enter do, you got flashes, you got nades, you got gun 6, got everything you need basically. You got heals. IQ very situational, depends on what the enemies are bringing, but bringing IQ together with the Brava, you can hack stuff, you can use it against opponents. Pretty strong combo. Jackal, C tier. Got a good gun, got slow, it's good for own clear, but Dokka is just a lot better version of him. And even if Dokka is banned, you can always just drone or use a 0 or some shit. Jaeger, I'll say Jaeger is B tier. A lot of times the meta is so like flexible, so like you don't really play power positions the same way on a lot of maps, but Jaeger is still always good to have. But I would still think Wama is a better utility than Nile than Jaeger. Jaeger is definitely better than a Rooney though, so maybe we move a Rooney down to C tier. Cade. Cade is S tier if Thatcher is banned. If Thatcher is not banned, he is A tier. Kale, D tier, never bring a Kale. You have secondary EMPs now, you got Thatcher. Thatcher is not banned as often anymore, so Kale D tier. Capcan. I'll place Capcan in B tier. Great gun, got C4. And you might be able to get a free sneaky kill with him. It's definitely a B tier operator. Amaru, I'll place Amaru in B tier as well. Good on some sides, good on some players, but you need to play around that Amaru to make it work. Lesion S tier with his new buff. Just throw down Lesion mines, sit on sides, stack them up, and just hold sight on the execute. Really strong. Lion, I'll place Lion in B tier. It's another version of Dokka basically, but a lot worse. You don't get info, but you can use it as a global utility. You just press one button and they don't need to stand still. So good gun 6, decent operator. Not about B tier though. Maestro C tier now. You got Flores, you got Brava, you got all this stuff to counter the Maestro. And it's very slow. You can just pick bulletproof and someone else to get some more utility. Basically has the same effect. You're never gonna kill anybody with the Maestro cams anyways, unless they're very low HP, so it's unlikely to say the least. So C tier on Maestro. Maverick, B tier. Great gun, great utility, but very situational. I'll place Blitz in... Blitz is a hard one because he's really strong, but you need to be really good on Blitz to make him work. I'll place Blitz in probably A tier in this meta. Like he's really, really strong, but you need to be really good on him. So Melusi. Melusi, I would say Melusi's B tier. Great operator, place down your utility, pay off info from the traps and you swing them. Decent gun, no recoil, easy to play, but a lot of better operators to play on certain sites. Mira is S tier, definitely S tier. You can make so many different good strats with Mira that you're gonna surprise the attackers, and it's a one-way mirror. So as long as you don't lose control of the Mira window, like really strong. Monte shield meta again, he would probably be pretty low, but I'll place him in probably B tier now. Probably B tier, but you need to play around the Monte to make him work. Mossy, A tier. Drone denial, 1.5, fast fire rate gun, C4. Mossy is just really strong now. Don't bring him every round, but at least if you're playing rank, just run around and gun with him if you're a good gunner. Mute S tier. For 4 meat jammers, you can drone an eye, you can breach an eye, you have a shotgun, you have the SMG 11, you have a C4. Very strong combo. Nuke, probably B tier. His gun is pretty hard to use, but if you can get used to that, you have nades, you can walk through cameras. It's basically a worse version of Finka. Worse gun, you don't have the heals, but you got the nades. You're playing for entries, playing for sneaky entries. So yeah, decent operators too. Nomad, probably same story there. He goes in B. Flashes, slang denial, good gun. Not much more going for her, to be honest. Oryx, I'll place Oryx in A tier. You can make so much rotates with Oryx that your team can basically just reinforce and then go around and shoot drones, which is very strong. You can also make some very sneaky flags with him, but again, he should not be played on every site, but he's pretty strong now. Osa, B tier, very situational. Some sides she's very strong, some sides she's completely useless. But if you know how to play Osa, she can be a good operator. Me, myself, I quite like Osa. Ash, A tier. Ash would have been S tier, but after the Finka buff, she's not anymore. Still a good operator. Working the map, shoot people, make some soft breach. Good entry. Pulse, probably C tier. That is so much better. He's very situational. Most of the time, you just want to bring back instead. Same story with Sense. Very situational. Most of the time, you can just bring normal smokes instead. Has a good gun though, has hard breach, has gun 6. Still usable on some sides, but very situational. Rook, D tier, don't play Rook. Sledge, S tier, soft breach. Nades, good gun. Most of the time there's absolutely no reason to not bring a Sledge. Smoke, A tier. Would have been S tier if he still had his shield. Still got the shotgun, SMG. Area denial, only execute. A bit more situational now without the shield, but before he was very good, but it's still decent. Soul is S tier. Can see all the... Yeah, I think it all speaks for itself with Solis. I don't need to say anything about that, to be honest. Tachanka with the buff, probably B tier, still not great. He's usable though. Area denial, LMG, yes, usable. Thatcher, S tier. You can clear, for example, just picking an example, just EMP above blue in on Clubhouse and just clear all the utility in blue and just execute on it. So strong together with executes, deny K tricking. Yeah. Thermite, probably A tier. I would say Thermite is the worst hard breach right now. He's slow, he has a mid gun. But he does make the bigger breaches, but most of the times you just want a Hibana and or Ace instead. Thorn with shield 1.5 and traps, A tier. Kind of situational, but very strong operators once you get to the right sides to use it. Thunderbird, D tier. Twitch. Twitch is C tier. She's only good when you're really trying to counter some operators, otherwise she's not that great. Unless you know what you want to use her for, there is absolutely no reason to bring her. But like S tier. There's a lot of S tier operators in this medal. So many strong operators. Yeah, it speaks for itself. 3 Vulcans. A lot of info. C4. Good gun. Vigil is D tier. 1 mile plays 1 mile in A tier. Above both Jaeger and Aruni. 1.5 beepers. Impact. Stacks up for my traps. Yeah, nothing else to say. Warden, A tier. I would say the 3 armor is making him a better operator than before. I never think he was S tier, because he's basically only good when you're countering in his smoke operators. But the 3 armor definitely making him a better site tanker. Still a good gun, 1.5, still a shield. Honestly, I've placed him in S tier. I'll probably bring in most of the defenses. Fender, S tier, making the enemies walk into a nightmare anytime they want to enter a door. You can switch around where you're activating your Fender gadgets. Very strong. Ram, A tier. the safest vert operator, but also the slowest and with the least utility. But still a very strong operator with a good gun. Ying is B tier. Most of the teams bring Warden every time, so she's almost always countered. But she's very situational, can be very good on certain sides. Zero, I'll play Zero in B tier. Gun 6, good gun, 4-0 cams. But at the same time, he's also the same as almost every operator. He's very, very situational. You know what to bring him on some maps. Soph, A tier. Stuns and explosives, can burn ADSs, get shields. Great gun, a bit slow nowadays, but so are the most ops. Definitely an A tier operator. And then recruits. We don't need to care about the recruits. So that's probably how I would place every operator nowadays. Obviously the meta changes, but S tier operators you can bring any round, any site, any map, will always be strong. A tier, strong on a lot of sites and strong on a lot of maps, and then falls off after that, basically. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this will help you rank up in your Rainbow Six rank games, and I hope you all have a great day.